What's up, my friends? Today we're going to be talking about why you should get a computer science degree in 2022. So a little bit about me. I'm a computer science major in Utah State University here in Logan, Utah. I'm currently working as a software developer for a company called Storied based out of Provo, and I work remotely for them. I'm here to talk about all things work, school, and lifestyle related on how you can be more effective. Alright, the three main takeaways for today that you need to remember is lifestyle, compensation, and creative, meaningful work. Alright, item number one, lifestyle. So right now I'm actually a software developer for a company called Storied. I work remote and I can wear pretty much whatever I want. I've been loving my experience there. So when you think about a place that you want to work, you want to think about not just the pay, that is important, but you also want to think about what kind of lifestyle can you actually enjoy if you chose to work at this specific place. Is it like an investment banking at Goldman Sachs where you're going to be working 100 hours a week? Is it waking up early to go deliver newspapers? Is it being on call all the time? Pretty much everyone in the medical field is going to be on call for some amount of time for the rest of your life. And for some people, like me, I would not like that because I like to be able to just enjoy my weekends and my free time. But you need to think about the lifestyle that you want to have when you're considering a career. And so going with that lifestyle, computer science has the best options by far out of any other profession. You can work from home. I know some jobs, if you're with Elon Musk right now, you're back in the office. A lot of jobs are remote, and especially in the software development industry. Because all you do is work on a computer, so you can just access your files and write whatever you need to. You don't need to be in a specific office to do your job. Especially as you get better and move up the ranks, then you'll be able to almost certainly work remotely. Another thing about the lifestyle that I love is that it is an output-centric work environment, where as a software developer, you're really paid for what you produce, the quality of your code, and the features that you're able to bring to the production environment. So it's not about, pleasing your boss or politicking. It's a lot more about just being good at what you do and then being compensated for that value you bring. Another great thing about the lifestyle for a computer science major, so a software developer, cybersecurity, whatever, is that you can wear pretty much what you want. I was talking to a recruiter from Goldman Sachs a few weeks ago, and he was telling me that, everyone in the company has to wear pretty much this outfit, business, kind of business casual, business professional. But the software developers, they can just show up in a t-shirt and jeans or sweats, whatever, when they're not working remotely. So if they can do it at a place like Goldman Sachs, you can do it anywhere. You get to wear what you want, you get to work when you want, and you have the lifestyle that to me sounds perfect for living a meaningful, effective life. All these things are great for lifestyle, but why should you do a computer science degree to get those? Well, as I mentioned before, doctors, you're going to be on call a lot, and you have to work an extra 6 years of school before you're actually going to get paid. Business admin, a lot of meetings, you got to be involved with a lot of different groups, spread your time across, which, especially as you get larger, a lot of time on call. You got to be managing lots of different people, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you're definitely more involved with traveling and business trips and all that kind of thing. Computer science is the best major and the best career path to have a very autonomous lifestyle where you get to choose your own hours, you get to work based off your results, and you get to be as good as you want to be in that role. Another thing I want to talk about is compensation. So coming out of school, computer science is one of the top rated degrees for starting salary, and then the heights of pay are tremendous. Reading from Fortune magazine, the highest paying college majors of 2022 computer engineering, $74,000 a year, computer science, $70,000 a year. And this is just coming straight out of college, right into the workforce. Another aspect of compensation is your growth. So if you're in like the steel industry and it's shrinking every year, that means you're probably going to get laid off or your compensation is not going to grow. Whereas if you're in an industry like software development, computer science, where it's growing large percentages year over year, then there's an opportunity for you, especially now, to get in while it's hot and then ride the wave out through the next 20, 30, 50 years of your life in this career. I'm going to pull up the US jobs report to show you some statistics about computer science. Okay, so this is all according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which runs surveys every year across the United States government and country to find out, all about different career paths and jobs. And so here are the stats. So 2021 median pay for computer science information systems. 2021 median pay for computer science information systems graduates. We're looking at $131,000 a year, about $63 an hour. And just remember, this is the median pay. So this is kind of like what generally most people are making, which is crazy because the median salary for the US is about $52,000 a year. So you're almost tripling it just because you chose a more useful major. It does mention that the master's degree is typical entry. I'm not sure I agree with that from my own experience here in Utah, but there are certainly advantages to having more education. And then this is the big stat I want to point out right here. 21% job outlook growth. So what does that mean? That means that over the next 10 years, we're going to be growing by 21% across this entire industry. So if you have 100 people, now you're going to have 120. If you have 100 million people, now you're going to have 120 million, which is actually very, very fast. Here's a good chart to show you. So this is the rate of growth. So across all occupations, we're projected to grow about 5%. But across computer information and research scientists, 21%. So that's a huge difference, which means there's going to be a lot more money flowing into this sector, as well as jobs for you to take advantage of. In short, you're going to get paid a lot and you'll have a lot of job security because there's so many different industries that need your skill set. Our big takeaway about compensation is that you have plenty of job security and you get paid a lot, like top 1 to 3 jobs possible, you're getting that money. Coming out of college, you're going to be making more than everybody else. You're in the top 3 possible categories for work coming out of school, which is incredible because you can immediately start to make back some of that money you spent in that time of education, as well as your loans and all those kinds of things. And then number 2, it's one of the fastest growing sectors in the entire world economy and the US economy. We are largely a knowledge-based economy now. We don't manufacture all the stuff. We design all the things that then we export to China or Vietnam to actually manufacture for us. So you want to be one of the people that's making and designing the products and then letting other people manufacture them. So you want to be one of the people designing and building the software that other people use. And I know some of you are thinking, but Max, what if I don't like math? What if I don't like having to think too much? What if I like to hang out with people and to build art and those kinds of things? And to that I say, great. Computer science is actually incredibly creative. The more I've learned about, even just in Python, how to build these different data structures and how to interact with classes and objects, the more I realize just how creative you can actually be and how necessary that is in order to create effective products. One of the things about computer science is that you're modeling the real world into ones and zeros. As a computer science major, you're going to be working with different kinds of software where you're building infrastructure that works with millions and millions of people on the daily basis. You manage data for admin, customers, users. All these different people need access to this data that you are helping to generate and manage. This summer, I'm going to be working for Walmart, right? It's the #1 retailer in the entire world. And one of their stats they sent me as they were recruiting is that they have over 100 million purchases made every single day across the globe, which is an absurdly large amount of money coming through there. And thinking about all those purchases and then the logistics of the supply chain, moving your food from Mexico to the US across all of the different stores that Walmart operates, and then all of the different thousands of products that they have, it's an incredibly immense field to be working in. So computer science gives you access to really affect millions of people's lives very quickly. Another part about being creative is how things look. We've all used those 1990s really clunky submission forms, usually in school. Those are awful. So a large part of computer science is what we call the front end development, and then there's the back end development. So front end is basically anything that you as a normal user would interact with. So that's how the website looks, where the buttons go, what pop-ups you see, and just the user flow. And for a lot of more artistic people, that's their bread and butter, because it is a lot about aesthetics and about how the user feels as they use your product. And then the back end side is all about getting things done quickly. So it works with all of that data you're giving them. It puts those items in your shopping cart, sends the request to a warehouse somewhere where a robot can then read your code and put it into the box, and then send that to UPS to eventually get to you. There is an enormous amount of complexity behind the scenes whenever you click a single button on a website. Another great thing about computer science is that the operating cost to create a product is very low. It's literally just the cost of a computer and the time it takes you to write out useful code. So it's not like art where you need to buy all of this different paint and all of these easels and you're constantly going through paper. And it's not like a doctor where you need a whole office and all these hundreds of thousands of dollars in equipment. It's just you and your computer, and then you just write your code. You can create a prototype, you can create a full end product all with the same device, which is incredible. And because of that, it helps entrepreneurs or different teams very quickly iterate and create new features and products that people across the world can use. In conclusion, your key takeaways are once again the lifestyle, the compensation, and the creative, meaningful work. You can affect millions of people with the quality of the things that you produce. You're going to be paid well, the market is growing, and your compensation will as well. And just the lifestyle is incredible. You can wear what you want, you can work when you want, and all they really care about is the output that you generate. Thanks for watching today's video. You can watch another one right here or right there.